From the Montpelier Evening Argus from the year 1946. Perfect bowling score was rolled on a short alley. Isn't official. Edward Fustel, Assistant Secretary of the National Duckpin Bowling Congress, says the perfect duckpin score of 300, 12 straight strikes, rolled at Bethel, Ohio, last week by Mrs. Mary Anderson, was made on an alley 15 feet shorter than regulation size and therefore is unrecognized. Mrs. Anderson's feat aroused much interest in this hotbed of duckpin bowling, where keglers have been striving for years for the perfect game, but are still more than 40 pins from such a mark. Fustel said last night he had word from Arvil Ebersole of Washington, D.C., Secretary of the Duckpin Congress, that Mrs. Anderson's game was rolled on a narrow alley 45 feet long. Regulation alleys, he said, must be 41 to 42 inches wide and 63 feet long, with the distance between the foul line and the number one pin at 60 feet. The highest duckpin score ever recognized is the 239 rolled here January 11, 1941 by Eddie Funaro of New Haven. The women's record also was made in New Haven, a 201 score rolled by Mrs. Peggy Vreeland of West Haven, November 30th, 1940. This was a topic that was covered in my book about the expansion of duckpins across the Midwest and even to the West. So it's kind of interesting reading about that whole situation.